Today is the sixth Sunday of the year. Our gospel text is Mark chapter 1, verses 40 through 45. In this first chapter of Mark's gospel, there's a lot happening. Jesus is very busy. There's a lot of energy, a lot of dynamism, and the people are drawn to him. Now, I think we can learn a few things here. Number one, when we read the Gospels, Jesus' words have special significance, obviously. Listen to them. But the way Jesus behaves also has special significance. Watch it. In your imagination, be part of it. Thirdly, the way the people respond to Jesus is very significant. We can learn a lot from that too. Feel it. Get a sense of it. Now, in today's gospel, a leper approaches Jesus. And it's sort of in a rush, throws himself on the ground. It says, if you want to, if you choose, you can make me clean. Now, let's pause here for a moment in order to understand what Jesus does and the significance of the leper and the other people around. Torah had many details to share with the people about leprosy. Chapters 13 and 14 of Leviticus have those details. Let me just quote a few of them from chapter 13 of Leviticus. The person who has the leprous disease shall wear torn clothes and let the hair of his head become disheveled. And he shall cover his upper lip and cry out, unclean, unclean. He shall remain unclean as long as he has the disease. He is unclean. He shall live alone. His dwelling shall be outside the camp. And one of the other details implicit in that is that to touch the unclean is to become unclean. There's complexity here, and something very deep is going on. I'd encourage you to go back and reread this text to get a sense of what is going on. What is that depth? Reread it as Rainer Maria Rilke, the Austrian poet, describes a man rereading a text, not for information or for data, but to let the text get inside him and alter his way of seeing the world. Rilke puts it this way: he does not always remain bent over his pages. He often leans back, closes his eyes over a line he has been reading again, and lets its meaning spread through his blood. Use that Lectio Divina, that process of reading, to be part of the people, part of the leper's life, part of the experience of Jesus violating this cultural, religious law. He touches this man. And part of what Jesus says, of course, I do choose, be healed. There's another thing happening here. We could easily miss it. Jesus' attitude to Torah might be a good paradigm for the way we understand his attitude to us. He respects Torah. He says to the leper, go and show yourself to the high priest. Do as the law demands. But Jesus knows there's a lot more to the covenant than laws. And so Jesus respects us, the person that we present, as we think we are now. Jesus also knows there's a lot more to us, a lot more waiting to be set free. That more than is in us all. And therein lies the nub of the incarnation and redemption and salvation and the Christ life. Jesus has come to liberate that more than, to love us into freedom. Do we dare speak as the leper spoke and say, if you choose, you can love me into freedom, Lord? He would choose, but do we choose? Maybe we're afraid of the freedom. Too often the Christian life gets reduced to laws, moral injunctions, dogmatic formulae, creedal formulae, or we reduce it to some kind of project, moral project, or devotional life. All of those have their place. They can be present, but they're not the essence. They are manifestations of the essence, or they should be manifestations of the essence. The essence is simple. Let God love you into freedom. That's the heart and the soul, the incarnation, the redemption, what we call the Christian life.